All right, so let's say roughly how long ago did we start? I mean, you came back to PrintScan when was it last June? Or
Okay,
that's
yeah. So we purchased the equipment in July, June or July is when I purchased the equipment last year, and then
2019, yeah.
yeah, 19 is when we purchased it, and then um, it took some time because I was building out the office, so I was finishing up some of the getting some of the equipment we needed to have in the office space, and then we rolled out the services around November. So we're a little under a year, about to make a year that we started rolling out the services. We want to take our time, kind of get things going. And then we flew out to you guys, I want to say the end of January of this year when we flew out there.
I remember it was cold, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Especially coming from out here, dude.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I went and bought a jacket, dude. Like, because they were like, nah, you got to get something super heavy because you don't know because the weather out there is different from our cold and all that stuff. So, yeah, so it was the end of July, but it was definitely a great time and getting the equipment, like leading up to buying the equipment. Like, I don't know if you want to hear this or not, but
No, go ahead, yeah.
so like leading up to buy the equipment, brief scenario, we had got approved by a month ago, but then something happened and they were like, oh no, we're not going to move forward with it. And so in that case, when that happened, we started looking for to be able to buy it on our own. And my sister came across PrintScan's website and everything looked great. We kept going over it maybe about a week straight and just kind of looking. And then we reached out and Kristen did a phenomenal job, man, as far as answering all our questions. And I know you can see it. Sometimes I kind of get extra with my questions, and kind of, a little bit more into it. So she did a fabulous job with that, man, like answering via email and like on the phone. Like she was awesome. And then I asked for a reference. Boom, she gave me a reference right away. She called Neil Stout out in Dallas. And Neil did an awesome job just like speaking the truth about his experience with you all. And after that, man, we signed right on up and, got the equipment and everything. And just myself being more inquisitive, I wanted to meet you guys and to like learn as much as I can. And like, I mean, it wasn't a long trip, but just, it was a great trip packed with information because I want to take it to a very high level. I don't want to be the mom and pop place that you just kind of come to here and there. I want to have multiple locations throughout the city and the state. And I wanted to kind of take a look, and I appreciate how open you all, especially Tom, was with laying the foundation and the history of PrintScan and bringing it up to today, to the point we know it as today, and just very, very welcoming, and answered all my questions, gave me so much information, put in, the call to Identico, again, for us. So it's been a great experience so far, even if I have certain things that come up, let's say on the technical side. Nick, he's on it 100%. He can tap into the computer, figure out what's going on if it's an issue like that, or just basic, questions I may have, boom, he has it. Anytime I call and Lori picks up the phone, Lori is always like phenomenal as well, man, with being in depth with answering the question I may have. And if she doesn't know it, that's a great thing too. If somebody doesn't know it, they're like, hey, I'll get it for you and I get back to you. And you guys get back to me. Like that's something that's valuable and key. You have other relationships with business owners or businesses and, say I get back to you and they just kind of push you to the side, even with yourself, man, you're so quick to answer any questions or hey man, we're gonna roll this out. It's rolled out. I don't have to worry about it. Like it's gonna happen. You guys do what you say you're gonna do, and that means a lot, especially to a newbie in the business and trying to learn the business and learn about fingerprinting and the culture and trying to read different articles and things like that to try to progress in here. And it's been a great experience. Yeah, man, no complaints. And I like the trajectory that we are going towards and what we've set. And I feel like we're definitely moving closer and closer each day.
Awesome. Very, very good to hear. And we're definitely happy with the progress you guys have been making. It's I tell you what your website is probably like one of the most fun ones for me to work on because you're a lot of like all the tests that we're doing. So
Yeah.
if there's anything that we're thinking about doing, you're the first one to come to mind because I'm like, oh, I was like, they're in a good location for this. Let's try this.
Awesome. It's greatly appreciated.
That's good. No problem. Well, again, I appreciate you, giving your words of PrintScan and kind of like your, how you feel the process been going so far. So it's very, very nice to hear.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I'm glad to be able to share, and great for the opportunity to be able to share it. And hopefully, it'll be able to bring others aboard and be able to see, the great things you guys are doing and the direction that you're going. And, it's the innovation, man, is awesome. Like, no matter